This is the Roulette Master, and today I'm going to share with you how you can start making money from home every single day with Tmax 5.4 Roulette System by Todd. He says that he's consistently making money with this and wants to share it with you guys, and we're going to put his system today up against Fibonacci 12. Both of these are going to be low roller systems with dollar units and $300 bankrolls, so that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and get started with Fibonacci 12 first, and we're going to be on second 12, which is the longest since it's hit out of the 3 dozens, and here we go. That's a 2 black, and that's a loss. So we repeat that bet, and the second bet with Fibonacci 12 is the same as the first. And here we go. That's a 26 black, and we lost again. So now we start adding up the 2 previous bets for our next bet. So we'll add the 1 plus the 1, and now we have a $2 bet on second dozen. And here we go. That's a 10 black. That's another loss. So we had 2 plus 1. Now we have a $3 bet on second 12.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we get here. That is a 3 red. We lost again. So now we're going to add up the 2 previous bets of 3 and 2. So we're going to have a $5 bet now on second 12. And let's see what we get on this one. There we go. That's a 23 red. Okay, you can see all of a sudden now we're up 3 units, and we'll be on third 12 for $1 or 1 unit. And here we go. That's a 36 red, and that's a win. Now we'll be on first 12, the longest since it's hit. We're up 5 units now.
No more bets.
Let's go ahead and spin with Fibonacci 12, and that is a 24 black. That's a loss, so let's repeat that bet.
No more bets.
At $1 or 1 unit, and here we go. That's a good win with the 2 black there. All right, we're already up to 6 units, and we'll be on third 12 now for $1. Excuse me, I've been sick this week. Have an upper respiratory infection, unfortunately. At this time of year, it always gets me. And there's a loss. Let's repeat that bet.
No more bets.
Better than COVID last year, which I had twice, though. So hopefully this one will end sooner. And that's a 32 red. There's a win. We'll be on second 12 for 1. We're up 7 units.
No more bets.
All right, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 17 black. That's a good win. Now we're up 9 units. And again, these are just $300 bankroll systems, which is awesome. But if you like to play with more, don't worry. I'm going to cover, how to do that and what the bankroll would be for a higher bet coming up. But that's another loss, or that's a loss there. So we repeat the bet on first 12. And here we go. That's a 36 red. Another loss. So now we start adding up the 2 previous bets for our next bet. So we have a $2 bet on first 12 now. Here we go. And that's a 35 black. Okay, we lost again. Now we're going to add up the 2 previous bets of 1 and 2. So now we have a $3 bet on first 12. Here we go. And that's a 3 red. That's a nice win. So now we're up 11 units, and we'll be on second 12. We're picking the one that's been the longest since it's hit to start the Fibonacci 12 sequence. And that's a 16 red. That's another win. So with dollar units, we're already up 13 units, and we'll be on third 12 now.
No more bets.
Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's 30 red, and that's another win. So we're up 15 units now. We'll be on first 12 for 1.
No more bets.
And spin. There we go. That's a 29 black, and that's a loss. So we'll place our second $1 bet on first 12.
No more bets.
And spin. Here we go. That's a 12 red. Nice win there. We're up 16 units. And we'll be on second 12. Let's go ahead and spin again here. And we're starting a new progression. Here we go. That's an 18. That's another win. Okay, so just with dollar units, we're already up $18 or 18 units. And we'll be on third 12 for 1. We start back over again. And that's an 8 black. That is a loss. So we repeat that bet on third 12 and spin. You just do that once, and then you start adding up the two previous bets for your next bet. That's another loss. So we add 1 plus 1. Now we have a $2 bet on third 12. And here we go. All right, we got it. Fantastic. That's a 34 red. Now we're up 20 units, and we'll be on first 12 for 1. And you can do it like Todd does and play from home and consistently make money with small bets and a large bankroll, which, you know, $300 is large for dollar bets, and that's the best of both worlds. We're up 22 units now. We'll be on second 12 for 1. And I can't wait to share with you Todd's new system coming up. It's very, very cool, and I think it looks fantastic. So let's go ahead and repeat that bet of $1, and then we'll start adding up the two previous bets. If we lose this one, that's a 21 red, but that's a win. So we're up 23 units. We'll be on third 12, the longest since it's hit, and let's spin. That is a 14 red. Excuse me. And we'll repeat that bet on third 12 before we start increasing. That's a 15 black. We lost that one. So let's add 1 plus 1 and get a $2 bet on third 12. So this is Fibonacci 12, and that's a 24 black. That's a loss, so we add 2 plus 1. Now we have a $3 bet on third 12. And we lost again, so now we add up 3 plus 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So now we have a $5 bet on the third 12. Or third dozen, and there we go. There's our win, 26 black. All right, so we're up $26 or 26 units now. We'll be on first 12 for 1. And let's spin. All right, here we go. Again, this is just a $300 bankroll. Same thing with Todd's system coming up. That's a loss. So we'll repeat that bet of 1 on first 12. And this system made it really far in the first bracket challenge. And there's another win, 3 red. We're up 27 units, and we'll be on second 12 for 1. All right, here we go. I believe this was third in the challenge. And there we go. That's a loss. So we'll add up 1 plus 1. Now we'll have 2 on second 12. And see if we can get a win here. And we did not. So we'll add up 2 plus 1, and we'll have a $3 bet. And it's amazing just adding up these two previous bets, how long the progression can be, which you definitely need when you only have 12 numbers. And that's a 32 red. That's a loss. So we'll add up 3 plus 2. Now we'll have a $5 bet on second 12, and here we go. And that's a loss. That's a 0. We don't like those unless we're betting on them, obviously. So we'll add up 5 plus 3, and now we'll have an $8 bet on second 12. Here we go. That's a 28 black. Okay, that is a loss. So we'll add up 8 plus 5. So that'll be a $13 bet on second 12. So if we were to lose this one, we would add 13 plus 8 for 21. But we got the win. Okay, so we're up 34 units now. We'll be on first 12 for 1 with Fibonacci 12. And Todd's fantastic system coming up, the Tmax 5-4. And that's a loss. Let's rebet and spin. Here we go. That's a 3 red. All right, that's another win. We're up 35 units, and we'll be on third 12. And this is just a real simple strategy that's easy to keep track of. And that's a 29. That's a win there. Okay, so we're up 37 units now. We'll be on second 12. And we're 9 minutes in out of 15 in the first part of this challenge. That's a 35 black. And that's a loss. So let's repeat that bet of $1 on second 12. And if we don't get this one, we'll add up 1 plus 1 for a $2 bet. And that's what we're going to put out right now. So Now we'll have a $2 bet on second 12. We'll add up the 1 plus the 1, the two previous bets, with Fibonacci 12, and that's a 6 black. That's a loss, so we'll add 2 plus 1. Now we'll have a $3 bet on second 12. And here we go. That's another loss, 25 red. So let's go through this progression more as we get all these losses. We're going to add 3 plus 2 for 5. And I'm sure before this session is over, we'll have a losing streak and you'll get to see a lot more of the bets. But that's a 15 black, and that's a win. So that's what we want. We're up 40 units now, and we'll be on first 12 for 1, and let's spin. Okay, that's an 18 red. That's a loss, so let's repeat that bet on first 12 and spin. Here we go. That's a 28 black. Okay, so we'll add up 1 plus 1. Now we'll have a $2 bet on first 12. Let's see if we can get a low number here. All right, we did. That's a 9 red. Fantastic. Okay, so we're up 42 units now. We'll be on second 12 for 1. And let's spin. Here we go. We're about 11 minutes in out of 15 with Fibonacci 12, and that's a loss. We'll repeat that bet.
No more bet.
We repeat the bet once, and then we start adding up the two previous bets. That's a 24 black, and that's a win. So we'll be on third 12 now for 1. We're up 43 units and continually making profit with Fibonacci 12. And I can't wait for Todd's Tmax or Todd's new system coming up. That's what he named it, and we'll be on first 12 for 1 now. We're up 45 units, and let's spin. That's a 29, and that's a loss. Let's go ahead and repeat that bet and spin. I've also been thinking about the young kids that I'm teaching golf to tonight. For those of you that don't know, I'm also a PGA golf professional. Because the reason I thought of that's because it's blowing about 50 to 55 to, well, about 55 miles an hour outside right now where I'm at. So they're going to be blowing around pretty good. That's a 32 red. And that's a loss. We'll add 2 plus 1, which is 3.
No more bet.
And spin. I might have to anchor them down. That's a 21 red, and that's a loss. And let's go ahead now and add 3 plus 2. Now we'll have a $5 bet on first 12. See if we can get another low number here. And we did. That's a 6 black. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm up 48 units. We'll be on third 12 for 1 now and spin. Here we go. That's a 29 black. And that's a nice win. So we're at 50 units, and we'll be on second 12 for 1 now. And let's spin. Excuse me. That's another win there, and up 52 units. We'll be on first 12 for 1 now. And again, you always start out by repeating the bet once and then adding up the two previous bets for your next bet. And there's another nice win. So we're up 54 units with just dollar bets to start, which is great. $300 bankroll, which isn't very much for playing roulette, and hopefully that helps a lot of you out that are low rollers. And and if you're playing in a casino and you're not playing online, let's repeat that bet. Sometimes you have to have at least a $3 bet to get started. So if that's the case, you probably need 900 on this one. And let's go ahead and add 1 plus 1 to get to 2 and spin. But it's a lot better than for some of you that can't do the $10 bets with a real high bankroll. I understand that, and I know we do most of the systems around that range. So this is for all of you, and we're going to add up 2 plus 1 to get to 3 here. All of you that like to bet low and don't have a lot of money to risk, and some of you do have money to risk but still like to bet low, and that's cool too, because that way you can play all night long. And 3 plus 2 is 5, and or you just don't want to risk the money that you've saved, and that's fine as well. That's another win there. We're up 57 units, and looks like first 12 will be the longest since it's hit. Let's go ahead and spin. Everyone has a different version of what a lot of money is, and everyone should be able to play roulette, whether it's for a little or a lot. And let's repeat that bet and spin again here. We only have 30 seconds left with Fibonacci 12, and then Tmax new system coming up. That's a loss there. We'll add 1 + 1. Now we'll have a $2 bet. And here we go. That's a 14 red. Okay, and we just ran out of time. So we made 53 units of profit, starting with dollar bets and a $300 bankroll with Fibonacci 12. But now it is time for the Tmax 5-4 roulette system by Todd. He is real excited about this one. I am as well. Let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for Tmax 5-4 roulette system by Todd. And let's place the bets. We're going to start with a bet on all these 4 areas as you see right here. And let's start the timer for 15 minutes and go ahead and spin. And this is going to be a really cool one to start making money with. And that's a 2 black. Okay, if you lose, and then what you do is you take away, if it's not a total loss, you take away the one that you did win. In this case, that would be first 12. So let's do that. And then we're going to leave the other 3 and spin. We're not going to increase the bet. Here we go. That is a 21 red. Okay, and that's a break even. So if you just hit one of the 3 like that and break even, what you do next is you go ahead and you add another $1 to those. So we're going to go from 1 to 2. And then we're going to keep the 3 out there. Let's go ahead and spin. That's an 18 red. Okay, that's another break even. We only got one of the 3. So what we do now is we take away the one that hit. So let's go ahead and do that. And it looks like the 18 is up here at the top. So we'll take that out. And then now we're going to go from 2 to 3. So this is a Fibonacci sequence. It goes the 1, 1, 2, 3, and then just like we were doing earlier, but now we just have 2 of these bets, and you can see we're -1 right now. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 20 black. Okay, we lost. So now we increase with the Fibonacci sequence. So you can see those were at 3. That means they go to 5. Just like with the previous system, we're adding up the 2 previous bets. And let's spin. That's a 10 black. All right, that's a $5 win. And you can see we are not in session profit. So what we do now is we just repeat that bet and spin again. That's a 33 black. Okay, that's a $5 win. So we're in session profit now. Let's go ahead and restart. Let's see if we can get some wins right off the bat this time. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 4 black. That's a $2 win. We'll take it. We're up $5 now. Let's rebet and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 24 black. And that's a loss. So again, once we get a partial loss like that, we take out the one that hit last, which would be the 3rd column up there, and then we're going to keep them at $1. It's just like Fibonacci. It's 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8, and so on. That's a 23 red. Okay, we lost that one. So now we are going to take those from $1 to $2. Okay, let's go ahead and spin again here. That's an 11 black. Okay, that's a break even. We only hit one of the 3, so what we do is we take that one away. So let's see, that's the first 12. Okay, and then we're going to increase with the Fibonacci to $3. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 6 black. And that's a loss, so let's increase with the Fibonacci sequence. So we're going to go from 3 to 5, which means we add up 3 plus 2.
No more bets.
All right, let's spin again here. That's a 4 black. Okay, that's a $5 win. And we're not in session profit, so we're going to rebet and spin.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. That is a 0. We lost that one. Okay, so let's go ahead now, and we're going to increase from 5 to 8. We're going to add up the 2 previous.
No more
And
bets.
spin, here we go. That's a 10 black. Okay, that's an $8 win. We're not in session profit, so we're going to keep the bet the same here. That's a 22 black. Okay, that's another $8 win. Now we are in profit, so we're going to start over. And let's see if we can get this thing rolling now. Here we go. That is a 5 red. Okay, that's a loss. So we're going to take out the one that hit, which would be first 12. And then we're going to do it at 1 again, because with Fibonacci sequence, it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on. You're adding up the 2 previous bets for your next bet, and you're repeating the first bet. So that's a win there. And if you get a win right there, you go ahead and you restart. So we're going to go back to where we started and spin again. Let's see if we can get some $2 wins here. Okay, that's a 28 black. Okay, that's a $2 win. We'll take that. We're up $10 or 10 units. These are dollar units. Here we go. Excuse me. That's a 13 black. Okay, that's a loss there. So we're going to get rid of the one that hit, which would be first column. And then we're going to repeat the bet at $1 on each. That's $3. And that's a 27 red. That's a $3 win. So we restart. We're up 12 units. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 31 black. Okay, that's a $2 win. We'll take it. We're up 14 units.
No more bets.
All right, let's go ahead and spin again here. That's a 30 red. Okay, that's another $2 win. We're up 16 units.
No more bets.
And coming up, I'll give you another option for this at the end. You can do as well. Todd wants you to know everything and how he's been winning with this. And there's a loss, so let's go ahead now, and we're going to take the 2 out, which would be first 12. And then we'll repeat the bet at $1 each. So just like Fibonacci 12, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on. And that's a break even. So we add, I'm sorry, yeah, on this one we're going to take one out again. So let's see what we hit. Let's take this one out. Okay, and then we're going to increase the bet to 2. Here we go. That's a 9 red. Okay, that's a loss. So now we're going to go to $3 on these.
No more bets.
And spin. And that's a 20 black. Okay, and Todd says if you get down a bunch with this one, we're not yet, but if he says if you do, you can, actually, I'm sorry, I should have increased that one. That's my bad there. That's a 30 red. And that's a $3 win, so we would have won more on that one. We're up 8. So, so basically, we should have increased that one from 3 to 5. So let's do that just so you can see that there. Because it still goes up. You add up the 2 previous bets for the next one after you lose. And if we had done that, we would have been in profit and we could have restarted. And there's a nice $20 win. So we're up 28 now. Let's restart. And that's why you want to practice these systems so that you don't make mistakes like I just did there. And if you do, just jump back on board and keep going strong. But again, I'm going to give you another option that Todd says he uses sometimes if he gets a bunch of losses near the end. We're up 30 units now. Let's rebet and spin. And that'll be coming up, so make sure you stick around for that. We're about 9 minutes in out of 15 with this Tmax 5-4 roulette system, and that's a $2 win. We're up 32 units, and let's spin. Here we go. That's a 31 black. Okay, that's another $2 win. We're up 34 units.
No more bet.
All right, let's spin again. I love these low starting bet systems that you know you only need $300 to play with, but still gives you a ton of leeway. And let's take one of those out. We just lost that one, so we need to take the one out that hit, which would be first column, and then we're going to repeat the bets at $1 again, because that's what we do with Fibonacci. And that's a 24 black. Okay, that one we only hit 1 of 3. So what we do now is we go ahead and we take out the one that hit last. So here we go. That would be the 24. Oh, okay, that's up here on the third column. So let's take that out. Okay, and then we're going to increase that from 1 to 2.
No more
And
bet.
spin. All right, here we go. That's an 18 red. And we lost, so we increased that. So we're going to go from 2 to 3
No more
and
bet.
spin. That's a 30 red. Okay, that's a $3 win. We're up 32. And what you can do is if you lose a bunch of them, what you can do at this point is you can actually go back to one of the 12. So let me show you that real quick, just so that you know how to do it. Okay, and you don't have to do it this way, but if you and then you would increase from 3 to 5.
No more bet.
So if we were behind and we needed to catch up, you want to go from 2 all the way back to 1, and we lost there again. So then we would basically just go to 8. Let me make sure on that last one. Yeah, it was 5. So we'd be at 8
No
now.
more bet.
And then that would help you make up the anything that you lost. And let's see, that's a 15 black. Okay, we lost that one. So then we'll go from 8 to 13.
No more bet.
And Todd says he only does this if he needs to, but that it's there if you need it. And that's a 10. We got it. Okay, that's a $26 win, as you can see there. Now we're back up to 45. So if you get behind, he says that's the next thing to do. And I actually like that anyway, going from 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. So let's try that again and start over.
No more bet.
Let's go ahead and spin. Obviously, it's safer if you take a little bit of a loss and start over. But if you don't like taking a loss and starting over, you can keep going from 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. And we lost that one. That was a total loss. So let's take out... Oh, I'm sorry. I need to tell you, too. He says if you get a total loss, on the first spin, they all go up and stay at 4. So let's do that. And they actually skip the second step, which is the 1 and the 1. They go to 2 immediately. That's a 12 red. That's a $4 win. There we go. And we're back up 45. Let's restart. All right, here we go. So there's definitely some things that you need to know about this. And that's an 8 black. That's a loss. Let's take that one out. All right, we'll take out the first 12 and leave the bets at 1. Here we go. That's a 30 red. That's a $3 win there, and we're up 47. Let's restart. So if you do get a win early there, just go ahead and start over again. But if you lose that next one, you need to continue in the sequence. Okay, there's a loss, and that's a full one, so that means we immediately go from 1 to 2. And we keep all 4 out there. And here we go. And we had a complete loss again. So we keep all 4 out there now, and we go to 3. And spin. Here we go. It's hard to do, lose all 4 of them twice in a row, but if you hit zeros, or obviously the 9, that can happen. That's a $6 win. And you can see we're not in profit. So now we're going to take out the one that hit, which would be first 12. Okay, there we go. And we're going to go from 3 to 5 on these.
No
Okay,
more
let's
bets.
go ahead and spin because we're sticking with the Fibonacci sequence. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and then 13, and so on. And that's a total loss again. So again, if you have a total loss, you keep all of them out there. And we're going to go to 8.
No more
Okay,
bets.
let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 33 black. That's a nice $24 win. That gets us back in profit. We restart. But again, I like the idea of
No more
going
bets.
from 4 to 3 to 2 and then to 1, especially if you need it. If you don't need it, don't do that. But if you do, by taking one of the dozens away and continuing to increase the Fibonacci sequence, it can make you a lot more money, and it's still pretty safe. And only a $300 bankroll with dollar units. Time just expired. We made 52 units of profit with dollar units and a $300 bankroll with Tmax 5-4 roulette system by Todd. And let me know in the comments what you think. Also at roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And if you have a system to send in like Todd just did, send it there to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. I pick a new one every single day of the week, 365 days of the year, in the search for the best roulette system possible each and every day. And I hope you guys are enjoying that search. And if you are, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep growing this great community of people that love playing roulette. You guys are fantastic. And this is the Roulette Master. And have a great day, everybody.